Welcome to the, I guess, new podcast that we're just starting out called the Canadian Dream. I'm Justin here with my lovely wife Daryl, and I don't. What do you really think we should do with this podcast, other than I guess just all involving us and everything around us? That kind of sounds narcissistic, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
uh,
I like you started that like so professional. Like for what?
I know it's a work in progress. I'm really impressed with the Canadian Dream though, because it sounds like American Dream, but Canadian flair, and I guess to fill our viewers in on this, I'm American and Daryl's Canadian, so it's a joining of countries, as you say.
Disgusting.
Do you want to open up with how we met, or do you want me to?
Hmm. Um, we met on Discord. Shocker.
That's it.
I feel like I shouldn't be saying like my backstory to how I even got on that Discord. I don't know about you. I don't know how you joined it though, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Um, when I joined, I realized that I've always wanted someone that has a defining shared interest. Um, and it's World of Warcraft. I've grown up with World of Warcraft pretty much majority of my life, and it's always been there for me. So I figured if I could find someone that enjoyed that game with me, that'd be a really easy foundation to kind of build upon. Um, and so I remembered from the WoW Facebook group that there was a singles Discord that had been posted periodically, so I just searched it up and found it and joined, and it was so cringy.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It was bad, it
Like
really
that's what I
was.
was looking for. I was looking for cringy though.
Yeah, I didn't even wanna post a selfie in that Discord. I only posted it because everyone else was, and I was like, "I guess people might as well put a picture to the face."
Yeah, I liked yeah. It was fun. I hate thinking about it.
It's better than well, I was gonna say it's better than Tinder, but at this point, we probably should just lie and say we met on Tinder.
That's what I say all the time.
Uh,
I feel like it's so cringy. But like
yeah.
there's way cringier online places to meet, trust me.
That's also true. I mean, it could be a lot worse, and I'm sure the way that that group is going, it's probably dead or died down, if not. It's really
Yeah.
hard to like meet people that share like a video game interest. Because like, what do you do? Do you go to like a Comic Con type thing? And even then, I feel like that's awkward because people don't go there to meet people. It's not a
Comic
date.
Con blind date edition.
Yeah, like
I feel
they're
like
going
that would
there.
probably be a hit if that were a thing.
Maybe, but I feel like if you go to like some type of gaming conference and you dress up in like some type of costume and you're like all hot and sweaty, like the last thing you want to do is try to hit it off with someone.
Oh god, I would still hit it off with you.
Yeah, we'd be in our Darth Vader costumes.
No.
Uh, we should go and like I'll dress up as Nathanos just for you.
Oh my god, that's so nice of you. I was
Uh,
gonna say something different, but
I I
mm.
know what you're gonna say. It kind of ties in with Wattpad.
You mean a fan fiction you wrote?
Yeah, for you.
No, for everybody. Don't lie to yourself.
I kinda got into it, yeah. I was like, "This is for you," and then, like, chapter 3, I'm like, "No, I gotta finish it."
No, it was good though. I enjoyed it. You
Yeah.
need to make like a second book. You also we like started a book club that you never have finished yet.
What book? You talking about Oh, yeah, yeah, I need to finish that book.
Yeah.
Probably read it during lunch tomorrow, but
Oh
or maybe
yeah.
tonight, yeah. I mean,
So
there's,
then
like,
you can
30
pick a book.
chapters. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I really enjoyed
That's not
that
that
too.
bad.
Um, I'm trying to think back to, like, when we first met in Discord. I think it all started with, you reacting to my selfie. And then I know we softly flirted with each other in general chat,
Yeah.
and then,
I asked you to marry me, like, that was one of the first things I said
oh,
to you.
yeah, yeah, I remember that. And then,
Mhm.
I got some liquid courage that night, and I messaged you. We don't have to talk about what the message was about. Oh,
You
Lord.
mean, like,
That
when you said
that was cringy. I read those like a few weeks ago, and I was like, "I can't believe I said that." And then
like,
the
I can't
whole
believe you said
line
that.
the whole line where I was like, "Yeah, if you ever need any compliments, here's my number." Like, who says that?
It wasn't that bad though, like,
That
it's
wasn't
not as bad as
the other things, yeah, comparatively, yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
I'm
like, when you were like, "If there was a Miss Canada, you'd
Oh, yeah.
win." That's my fave.
It was by pure luck that you decided to continue to talk to me, purely, because
Oh
if you
my
read that
god. No,
conversation,
pretty
it wouldn't
much.
have been like, "What in the hell was this person talking?"
Honestly, like, I was like, "What do I have to lose right now?" I just kept responding to you.
Yeah, I mean, and we really hit it off from that point on. I think there was not a day going forward that we just talked to each other about anything and everything. I know that was kind of like a little latter half of like my growth period of me trying to like work through previous shit, and like I was just in a rut of like this is my personal time and I'm gonna utilize it. And I know it took me a while to understand how much of a huge impact you were gonna make on my life. And it was like I want to say it was probably like a buildup of just like the minute I realized that I could not go a day without your time and your attention, like everything that I had built up, all like my, figurative walls and stuff just like came crumbling down, as cliche as that sounds. But because I know when we first started talking, it was like what, like it was a few days out of the week that we would have like our Netflix dates, our Vampire Diaries dates. Um,
I watched a show before Vampire
I,
Diaries,
I
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
I was literally trying to think of that as I was saying that because I think we finished it. Um,
Yeah. Oh, I think
what
it was like a one season thing that, like, we both kinda wanted to watch, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't either. I know we watched a few horror movies and stuff in between there too.
Oh, yeah. I remember we were like, "Let's pick, like, the shittiest horror movie."
Yes. Do you
Watch
remember,
it.
what was it? Wasn't it like a killer camera or something?
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
The camera thing. It
That was
honestly is not as bad as I thought it would be.
it was I think the writers were really good. I think the movie execution was like the idea that there's just a camera that kills people is kind of cringe. It felt something out of like what's it called? Goosebumps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the minute that I just like started realizing that, like I think what I mean, still to this day, we spend every day just playing and talking to each other. It's almost like breathing to me, like, I can't really go a day without talking to you.
That's so cute. Didn't realize this podcast was you just being sappy.
Yeah, that's my whole ploy, It's it's, I say it's for us to help other couples, but it's just me to be super romantic. Um,
Um, us helping other people, that's funny.
well, I figure we can talk about how like we go through shit and people can like listen to it and be like, "Oh, we can apply that or something." Because I have a few like topic points we can go. The heaviest thing we'll probably hit is probably communication because I feel like our communication is like impeccable. Like no one can even brag that they have a better communication than us. I mean,
You're
even
welcome.
right? You are the anchor. Because like even when we argue, I think the hardest part is probably like the stepping stones to lead up to the argument because I know we've talked about this, but I'll either play stupid because I know you're upset, but I want to see if you want to be the one to bring it up, or um, I have to like suck up my courage and ask you, like inquire about it. And if I don't know what it is, that is like the biggest hassle because it's a typical back and forth of like, "Are you fine? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you fine? Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Of course I'm fine." Like, like it's I know we do that sometimes, and
It's
it goes
bad.
but
It's
I
like
mean,
our routine. It's like bad from the outside, but it's like it works for us.
yeah, because like the minute like the floodgates open, we just like it's like a tell all. We say like, what's on our mind, how we feel. And what I really like is that we both reciprocate what opinion we're stating and then kind of like say, like it's the typical, well, this is how I'm feeling, and I recognize that you feel that way type thing. And I think the one thing we're really bad about though is we both immediately jump to just apologizing. Like we're both, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Like when it's like
First of
clearly
all,
no
I'm
one's fault.
Canadian. We say sorry to everything.
Oh, okay. So now you admit it.
I mean, what?
Whenever I make the Canadian jokes of just apologizing, you're always like, "That's not true."
Yeah, well, that's because an American has said it to me. You're so
What?
stereotypical.
No,
If
I'm
I
not.
say it, it's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about, eh?
No.
See. So I guess
Yeah.
you probably could answer this question since you're in a group for this. For anyone that's listening, what advice would you provide for long distance couples?
Um, Probably, well, this is just so obvious, like, we just literally talked about it, is that the fact that talking every day is, like, pretty much, I feel like, a necessity, especially when you're far away from that person,
Yeah.
and perfecting your, like, communication skills because like, especially perfecting your communication skills over the phone, because that's your, like, one source of, like,
Yeah.
talking to each
And
other.
it's the hardest thing to push through too, because it's easier on
Yeah.
text. Yeah.
Yeah, like, people think, "Oh, yeah, it's it's easier to say your feelings on text because you like for me, like, when I'm mad, I just start crying. I hate it. I hate it, but it's my trait. So, when you're on text, it's like, "You don't know I'm crying, and I'm mad."
Yeah. And I when I
But
get upset, I just shut down. That's typically my go-to. But I would say too, like video games and like the book club we mentioned, like just shared activities. I think too are a great way to kind of I don't know
yeah, and, like, we've been doing, like, some different stuff too because we've been bored with, like, our regular video game.
Fortnite and World of Warcraft. Yeah, I mean that is also bringing to light the keep we're not sponsored by them, but the Paired app. I should make it sound like an advertisement. Paired now on the Apple iTunes App Store.
Apple
Anyway,
iTunes, you sound like an old man.
that iTunes
iOS.
Store. Yeah, I mean we've been
iOS
having
and Android.
iOS and Android and Google Play Store.
Yeah, except you had to pay for, like, premium to, like, get any good questions, but
That is
no
frustrating,
problem.
but
No
it's
problem,
definitely been
babes, it's
worth
on
it.
me.
Yeah, I'm getting a little spoiled. Got me a little sugar mama.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for anyone listening, if you really want a good way to work on the foundation for your relationship, Paired is a great way. I mean, we've had a lot of fun with it. They have games, quizzes, questions, and Daryl and I've been able to. I don't. I guess it kind of feels easier for the tough questions to answer them as if like I'm answering that
You know you're
question.
getting another yeah, like, you know you're getting, like, an answer from your partner as well, instead
Yeah,
of you just explaining your feelings and not getting anything in return.
and it's
That
it's like
makes it kinda easier.
I like how it's like a less confrontational way too. So like I can read your answer and then text you about it, and it's not like face to face and there's that like awkward dry spell or whatever it may be, that kind of makes you feel uncomfortable, but instead you're just responding to a question, you wait for their answer, you read it, and then you guys, work it out after that too. So that's been really helpful. And I mean like we
Yeah,
really
and fun.
yeah, we went into that app with I mean we didn't have any like issues or anything. We just kind of like found more things about each other to love each other in a different way. And plus the sexual category is fun, but
My mom and dad listen to this, they're like,
I'll be downloading the app right now.
Oh my god. No, my mom would be like, "I'm not paying for an app."
Definitely worth it
And I
though.
was it was fun. It's fun and like they update it all the time and add like new stuff for you guys to answer and shit.
Yeah, they have a plethora of categories too. And then, I
Yeah.
I feel like video games helps too, especially in like games like Fortnite where you have to communicate to succeed in the game. World of Warcraft, we just kind of dog on each other in arenas, which is always fun.
No, we play arenas more. But anyway,
Yeah, we do.
not that I know how to play the game anymore because I forgot everything.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
oh,
think I think the next thing I kind of
yeah.
want to lead into, just like I guess gloss over memories that we have, because I mean my only talking points really was communication, advice, and when is a good time to argue. We could dive into like love languages, what we think each other's love languages are too, if we want. Um, I guess we'll go into that.
Mine is making fun of you.
Well, that's not one of them. I think that's like a
What?
mutual, like we just roast the hell out of each other, and then we'll keep roasting
No,
until
I
like
roast you and then you attempt to roast me.
yeah, and then you start crying, and then I'm like, well, now I feel shit.
Oh my god, I don't cry. I just like get like I'm like, I can't believe you said this to me.
I know you're like, why did you say that? I'm like, you literally just said the same thing. It's kind of like in Fortnite where we impulse grenade each other. Now, granted, I do it during combat because I'm petty.
Yeah, because you're the worst person ever.
It's so funny. And you fly, and then you just go,
Well,
Justin? I'm like, yes. I
because
don't
it
know.
would be like second place, and you're like, I'm gonna throw her in. We could totally win this game, but no.
I think Bree gets peeved too, because Bree would just be like, well, I'm getting off. And I'm like, yeah, that might be my bad.
Yeah, this is why we have no friends.
Yes,
Because of you.
for y'all listening, Bree is our third Fortnite. And then our fourth is usually we have like a group of like I want to say 5 to 7 friends that periodically play Fortnite. But if not, just randoms that um usually the randoms are like 13 or 14-year-olds that bully me to where I just start raging
It
and
was like
angry.
one time they bullied you.
Yeah, but now like when we go into squads and go into like the game
You just get
channel,
anxiety.
I'll push my mic away so they just think I don't have my mic on. Because I'm like, I'm not dealing with it. And I'll only talk if you talk. Because like I feel like if we go into the game channel, you have to talk first. Because you're a girl and girls playing video games, it's like the perfect icebreaker.
Yeah, for them to like roast me.
And then I'll talk and they'll hear my clicky clacky keyboard and they'll be like, wow, look at this boomer thinking he's good at a FPS game.
Yeah, because you are a boomer.
I'm not. I am a millennial sea anemone. Millennial. There. Got it.
See you in the
What was it we're
a
talking? Oh,
millennial.
what did we say? Pammy was. Pammy's a
She's
Gen.
a millennial.
No, she's like Gen X.
No, you're millennial, says Pam.
No, I
And
looked
don't
it
call her
up.
Pammy on here. She's gonna be so mad.
Do you think she's gonna listen all the way through?
Yes.
Craig's gonna be listening while he's doing like Mythics or Apex, so he's gonna like half listening.
He's like, I can't even hear you guys. And I tuned out the whole thing, to be honest. That's who he is.
All right, so to dial it back, the 5 love languages, we have physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gift giving, and quality time. Now, if you had to pick, I'm probably 2. I think that
You could
I
be
would,
all of them, to be honest. Like, there's no right answer.
it's true. I would say that I probably lean more towards words of affirmation and physical touch, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm probably like about the same, but like, I also like hate speaking too. I hate saying my feelings a lot.
That's true. Yeah.
I feel like it's just like you'll get sick of it.
I don't know. I could talk about you or the impact you've made on my life for hours, and you've known that because I've had my drunk nights where I go on my escapades, or I just be rambling on
Yeah,
and
there's like
I'm
no
going.
in between. You're either rude to me when you're drunk or you're
If
nice.
I'm rude, it's just because I'm on the verge of like I'm at that drunk stage where I'm just gonna get quiet. Like
God.
I'm on the precipice of it.
Maybe we should talk about that memory. So, so one time, Justin was out with his friends, and I don't know whose house you
uh,
were at.
with Wyatt, and I was at Mindrink's house.
You were, yeah, you were with Wyatt and Ashley, but I don't know whose house you were.
It was at Mindrink's, my LPO.
Oh, okay, yeah. And you were spending the night there, and you like called me. You FaceTime me, and you were like in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. And then um, I like said jokingly to you something like that. I was like, oh, like fuck you, bitch, type thing, like I always do. And then you're like, no, fuck you. And I was like, bye. Upon you.
See, that's the thing though, is like you can roast me like that, but I can flip it
And
and
then
be
the worst part is you just like I sat there for like 10 minutes, like, should I just call him back and like we can resolve it? So I did, and you never answered. And I was so angry at you.
yeah, I remember that. And then we can talk
Yeah.
about my favorite drunk memory of you. Um, we had been talking what like a month or two. It might have been you were in Calgary, but I think you were in Red Deer. You were at like a house party, and
No, I was outside of Calgary. So I was like 30 minutes outside of
oh,
Calgary.
okay, yeah, and you had them vodka waters, and you had to like run away from the group to call me, but you were calling me crying, but you were happy crying, and it was like the most wholesome phone call I had. I was just smiling the whole time, and I know now I'm never gonna get that because you're like that's so embarrassing, but I love that memory.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, because I think I remember, mind you, I don't remember a lot that night, but I remember you like, I think you called me like a nickname or something like that, and that's why I just started crying because it was so cute.
Yeah, we
And I
were.
remember I did not want to spend the night there because it was like a random guy's house. Like my friend was like, "Oh yeah, I've never met them before, but let's go drink there." And I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're probably gonna spend the night here." And I'm like, "Well, I'm going home. I'm not spending the night in some random person's house. I don't care if I Uber. I'd pay for like a $30
I
Uber
remember
to get
that.
back to my apartment."
Yeah.
And I was so scared because like Calgary is like really known for like Ubers like kidnapping girls and like sexually assaulting them and stuff. So I did not want to take it by myself, but I really wanted to go home.
Wasn't your phone about to die too?
Um, yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember, but I remember I freaking left my vape there at that guy's house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I had called Maddie. I'm like, I left my vape in the grass. Can we bring it home?
Oh, that's
She was
gone.
like, yeah. And then I was like pissed because like I was at home with no vape.
I do remember that. Yeah. And then I know
I just
I
like
I
I all
totally
of a sudden
forgot.
remembered that.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the vape thing too because I remember the next
Me
day you
too.
you were fiending.
I was so mad. Because
Uh,
it's even worse when you're drunk. You're like, I want it right now.
yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling. And I know I've definitely left you a handful of drunk voicemails too. I'm long overdue for a new one though. I need to do a new one on your phone. So I need to like text you when I'm drinking, "Hey, I'm gonna call you, don't answer."
Oh my God, I remember when you did that one time. And like I didn't save it and I was so sad.
Oh yeah. That's okay.
Uh, I
I
don't
can
even know how to work a voicemail machine, to be honest. So
yeah, I don't either. I have such old voicemails on mine. But a lot of them are
I'm
just
like Gen Z. Like, what is voicemail?
do they even have speed dial on smartphones?
Um, I I think so. I think that's what like you can do like emergency calls from your home screen when it's locked. You set it up.
Because I was trying to find that out the other day because I wanted to make your number a speed dial, but I didn't think that'd be really worth it because I can just go to your name. But I just go to my recent calls. That's how I call you. So I'm just lazy. But uh,
Yeah.
next thing we can kind of tie into. Well, actually, if we're talking about memories, I was thinking we could talk about our first date.
Oh my god. Are you talking like the first date that I count or the first date you count?
The ice cream date.
Okay. That's one I count.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't count it at first until you brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, because I remember it was like a scenic ice cream place. They had like props you could take photos with too. I remember that.
Yeah, it was like a photo booth. Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah, and I remember we were like dogging on the kids that were playing in the ball pit because like that's when like COVID was pretty like the height of COVID, and we were just
Oh
like,
yeah.
why would you let your kids play in a ball pit when COVID's
And they were
happening?
like yelling and screaming and stuff.
Yeah, and
And we're like trying to go on our first date.
it was pouring down rain, and that was like, well, I mean, have we taken selfies prior to that, or was that like the first selfie that we both collectively like really liked and just used it everywhere? Because I remember we
It was
took we both.
after we got ice cream because like we sat at the place and we ate the ice cream. And I was like, I remember because I was pissed because um first of all I'd never experienced like Florida rain at the time. I didn't realize it was so heavy and gross.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh, if it's just like rain, like I'll just walk out there. I love the rain. Like, oh my god. And it was like I got soaked in like 2 seconds. I was like, okay. But I remember I straightened my hair and I was like, okay, great. And then it was so humid and so wet that like my hair was not straight by the time I got to the car. I was like kind of sad. But yeah, and then when we got in the car, I was like, we need to take a selfie. But I took a picture of you eating ice cream, I think, though, because you like got it everywhere, like a child.
Were you saying that? Yeah. I think I got like chocolate ice cream on my shirt or something like that.
It was like blue, I think.
Was it blue? It might have been actually. Yeah. But
But yeah, I remember that.
yeah, we've gone on quite a few dates since then too. I mean, the biggest difficulty we faced is
Yeah.
obviously the distance between each other, and then, you know, the visa process to get you here. The fact that I can go see you, but you can't see me, but because I'm military, there's so many extra loopholes I have to jump through. Has been a huge hassle. And honestly,
So annoying.
I think that we're like the king and queen of long distance couples. Ain't no one got shit on this.
Yeah, the other long distance couples aren't gonna like this.
All right, I'm willing to fight them. I'll die on this hill for this. Like the day that our visa gets approved and you can move down here is going to be absolutely amazing. It's I'm forever waiting for that day. And I know I just kind of like I like to imagine like our visa application is like on someone's desk and they're each day they go through the stack of applicants and they're slowly getting to ours, even though everything's done electronically.
Yeah. Yeah, because like this, because first we have to get approved from the first step for them basically saying, great, we're gonna move through with your process and you can go do the interview in Montreal. And
Yeah.
then they have to approve you there.
And they're gonna like question whether or not your marriage is real.
Yeah, whether it's bona fide.
Yeah, yeah.
But they like pretty much just be they pretty much just like it's like a 97% acceptance rate, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, even on paper, you can tell that like there's nothing that's set up about our our marriage. I mean, there's not really anything to suggest that you would even be using me to get into America. But
Yeah, because if I had a choice, we'd be here.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, as odd as it sounds, I do like the snow that's up there. I know I complained about the snow all the time, but I loved being able to complain about it. And we never really did get the chance to have like a snowball fight when I visited.
Yeah, because I would not participate with you.
Because you would lose.
Yep, you
Nice.
win, Justin.
Wow, this feels good. Is
No,
this what
it's
you
not
feel
like
like
I
all the
was like it's not like I was like born and raised here or anything. But I is.
Yeah, we'll never had a chance to try the yellow slushies too with the snow.
Oh, our loss.
I mean, they would have been homemade.
Child.
I still brag and I still think about was it that jerky or that sausage that your grandpa made and that he had me try?
Yes,
What was it?
pepperoni.
Yes, that was so good. And I was like, huh, maybe I should start hunting. Like I remember that.
No, yeah, they make a bunch of different stuff. Like they've made jerky, pepperoni, sausage. I don't know, just a bunch of stuff that they make. Like it's all homemade and stuff pretty much. So they make
Yeah,
some good
that was really
stuff.
good. But I guess the other the other memory that I am very fond of, but was very nervous, was our actual engagement. Um,
Right.
yeah, I mean, the biggest hassle was trying to find the ring. So I had to talk to a few of your friends to figure out what kind of ring you liked, and this ring was really nice. So I bought like a ring case that has a built-in light for it. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Um, but I've never been that nervous before when I took you out to the beach on the sunset, and like we both knew it was gonna happen because we had talked about it so much. And like when you have a long
'Cause
distance,
you told me that you were gonna propose. And like I didn't tell my family anything. That was the biggest surprise for them, I think.
I, I I couldn't keep it a secret, and the other thing
Yeah, because you
too.
suck. You have a big mouth.
Well, being a long distance relationship that we are from two separate countries, like we started talking about like, okay, how are we gonna like feature wise meet in the middle type thing, and like we started entertaining the idea of a spousal visa. So like we were gonna get married regardless, but I think the timeline shifted a little early because of
But
us
yeah.
trying, yeah. So like, with that we kind of both had expectations of it happening, and like, we went out to, I forget the place. It was like a really nice steak dinner. Um their steak was awesome. I remember that. And I think you just got like a salad, and I was like, why would we go to a steak place and you get a salad?
I don't know. Okay, I was just like feeling it. I was like, I'm in Florida. I'm gonna
It
eat
was pretty good, yeah.
healthy-ish.
And they had that live band there, but I remember
Oh yeah,
I've
true. That
spent,
was like weird.
that was weird at like such a fine dining place, but
It's like we're ratchet.
yeah, we're not used to this.
Not really.
Pull out our
Honestly,
solo
though, I'm
cup.
gonna be honest. This Caesar salad sucked. Like, yeah.
Really? I liked it. I mean, I like Caesar salad, but
I think it was just because like I'm not used to like dressing that's not Canadian. That's probably why.
oh, that's fair. Yeah. It's just like how when I went up to Canada and I asked for a medium rare burger, and they were like, "Yeah, that's actually illegal in Canada." And I'm like, "What the damn hell?"
I know when you first ordered it, I was kind of like, oh, never heard that. Whatever. Maybe I don't know. I just thought because I don't eat ground beef, so I was like, whatever. Didn't even realize.
Yeah. But I know we went to that nice dining, and then I randomly pull off into a beach spot. And it wasn't even the first beach spot. I had tried
No.
pulling into one before. And so like obviously you know what's happening. And I had spent hours prior, like multiple hours, telling you how much I love you, how much an impact you made, like how much you changed me, all that in, cup of tea. But then when I got down on that knee and I looked up at you, it was like the most nerve-wracking thing. Like I could hear my heartbeat over the sound of the ocean. Like it was that bad. And I was like, I knew you were gonna say yes, so why am I freaking out about it?
I like knew I wasn't really that nervous just because you told me like You told me literally everything. You told me like the day was gonna happen, like what you were gonna do, everything.
Yeah. I
So
mean, that's fair. I mean, also, I was like, "Hey, let's go to this really nice dining restaurant for no reason in particular."
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you didn't tell me at all, then it would have been like way better of a shock. I would have been like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, I think the one of the reasons why I did bring it up to you though too was because talking about how I hadn't met Craig at the time, like in person, like we knew Craig because of World of Warcraft. Like I play with your dad and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
asking for like permission and whatnot in person, but you were just like on your feminist stuff saying we don't need no man's approval. We in love.
It's pretty much, yeah. Feels like I'm being sold. If that's the case.
It's
And then
probably
like
based off that.
the fact that like my dad was like, well, where's Justin's dowry for you? And I was like, you do realize like back in the day, like the father gave a dowry to the husband, right? But I didn't correct him.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really, really amazing to see how supportive both of our families have been. And I mean, my family absolutely adores you. They think that you're the single greatest thing to be mine. And I could not agree more. One of the oh yeah, one of the like green flags too was how well you got along with my sister and like you guys became really, really close friends.
Yeah, which is easy because we're like fairly close to the same person, personality
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah, y'all mesh really well. And then we had that one night where we all like all of us FaceTime, like me, Riker, Kenny, Cameron, Riley, like we all had like a group FaceTime. Riker was in there for like 5 seconds and he was like, this is stupid. Just left.
He told me like a couple days after that, he was like, "Oh, I didn't even realize like what was happening. We need to do it again." I'm like, "Well, you're just so dumb."
We need to do like a FaceTime game or something. Or maybe all of us pile on Discord and do like a Discord game.
Yeah, like Among Us or something like that. It's gonna be hard to Kenny because Kenny sucks.
Yeah, it's
Kenny, if you listen to this, I love you.
yeah, Cameron barely plays games now too. But well, we're closing in on the 40-minute mark. I don't really know what to do as like a like do you want to like make up a slogan for this podcast or something or just say like, "Yep,
No.
see y'all next time. Bye."
I feel like we could literally talk forever though. This is so hard.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, we could talk about just anything and everything during the podcast, but it's the intro and outro that I'm just like, uh. So, I
Okay,
mean,
that's the end of episode 1. Bye,
yeah,
losers.
I
I think
mean,
that
I
worked.
think that'd be solid enough. Yeah, I think I don't really know. Like, I guess the intention of this podcast really is just for us to another way for us to get closer together to kind of kill time before um, we get you down here. But also, I think it'd be cool too if we could help other people with stuff they're going through too. But I don't know. I guess y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this first episode, and I mean, I love podcasting, so probably look forward to more episodes coming to a place near you. That could be a slogan, Canadian Dream coming to a place near you. Yeah, that's pretty
I'm
weak.
not 100% sold on this name, but I'll deal with it for now.
Yeah, we might tweak it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, all right. Well, with all ado, I guess. Bye.
Hi.